she had her sound off, but I had just turned on the thing, and then I was looking over there because I was like, okay, where are we? Thank you, YouTube, for showing up. This is PM Artist Studio. This is P over here.
M over there.
And together, we... Did I...
You didn't tell
This
you
is
who-
P. I am
M.
Patricia, Mariah. I'm a little flustered. Together, we are
PM Artist Studio.
And today's Thursday Thoughts.
Yeah, and I'm thoughting.
She's thoughting.
Thoughting. Yeah, that.
Well, you're either... I can get you in the dark or make you, you know, you're very pinky today.
I am.
And it's cloudy outside. Anyway, so there we go. We are live doing all that business. You're fine over there, so that's good. Okay.
I'm fine.
All right.
I mean,
Thursday
I can
Thoughts.
see what I'm doing. That's
Already
what's important.
fun. That's what we're going to be doing. Please
Yes,
say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. We like to know that you are here. Oh, I got my Jello, not concrete. It's backwards because I can't do the...
I have my Sandy Franklin scarf on. And I have my, also moon beads, Sandy.
Okay. I'm going to say hello to everybody that's here in the chat. Yep, pinky, hello, hands, all that business. I'm about to say hello to y'all. I'm going to turn you over to live chat first, though. So that way I don't miss anything. All right, participants. We got Tutu's highlight. That is Tammy Odom. And it's, okay, she said it's like the Adriatic Sea. So it's Adria. Is that right? Thumbsy upsy, give me a pink hello or, you know, something, let me know. Becky Bokern, Betty, Carrie, Charlotte, Christy, Dana, Deb, Eddie, Ellen, Erna, Glinda. Hello, Glinda. I think you are new. Sorry, it doesn't always start out this way.
I know.
Just
She says,
apologies.
looks like I'm ready for a safari. Yes.
And I'm gonna go play
pants on.
And I'm going to go play baseball, I guess, because she was like, you look sporty. I don't like that shirt. And I'm like, well,
I don't like the two-color shirt business.
I do. Although it is a pain to wash. Anyway, okay, so we've got Eddie, Elizabeth, Ellen, Erna, Glinda, Griffin Shell. Gerald just popped in there. Griffin Shell, that is Rhonda, Isabel, Jennifer, Linda, Lydia, Marguerite, Nancy, Naomi, Pinka, Sorry, Serenity Art Studio, that's Diana. Sherry Black Dog Designs, that is Sherry. And guess what, Sherry? Package went out today. Your swap has been completed.
And
Scrap swap. Silver Granny and your Grumpy Gnome, that's Lynn, Star Traveler, Linda, Susie, Allen, SWL, that's Sherry, that's Shelly Studio, that's Margle, Tina Schonberg, Tracy LaBeouf, Veranda. All right. That's all I got on my list. If I missed you, give me a, you know, extra little pinky hello hand. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Rennie. It's been a little bit. Has, yes. I'm so glad you're here. All right. I think we have lots to do today.
We do.
Do you want to thought?
I'm going to thought.
Okay.
I'm going to thought, and then I'm going to talk about crocheting.
Okay.
Because guess what?
I really wish you'd scoot over like 1 inch, then that way I don't have to.
This way?
No, the other way.
Oh, well, that's better anyway. That's
Wonderful. That's where I'd like
where
you.
I need to be.
That's where I need you to be.
That's my place. Okay, Thursday thoughts. What is today? Forgot to write down.
Thursday.
I know, but the date.
March 21st. Thursday.
Well, don't let me forget Nathan's birthday.
That's true. We're going to his party this
Yes, he
weekend.
gets-
Hello, Kim
he
and
gets
Kathy and Susan Billiou.
Oh, I just love
Mary
this pen. I don't
Ellen.
know why I don't find
Making it with Minglet. That's Lisa Mingus. Darcy. Hello again, Darcy. Did I say
Okay.
it? Hello, Anina. Maybe Darcy's just saying hello to everybody.
Oh, there's, yes. Anina, did you get Anina?
I did.
Okay.
Hello, Kathy.
All right. This is what, you know, there's so many things that influence what I do and what I say here. And it's hard for me to remember where all of them came from. If you've been an influencer of my thoughts or whatever, don't hesitate to jump in there and say, you know, I'm really glad that you enjoyed that. You know, thank you for mentioning me. Whatever, something like that.
Yeah, not offended by
that's
that
not
at
going
all.
to hurt my feelings at all.
Hi, Jennifer.
Okay? So, one of the things that really, you know, influenced my whole thing here was these things. And I just thought,
Better?
you know, I want to talk about that because a lot of times people use as an excuse, oh, well, I don't have that, I don't have this, I can't do that. And I'm saying bull hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my theme for today. Don't wait, create. Don't wait until I have all the right art supplies. That may never happen. I mean, you know, everybody's, I look at, you know, I kind of stopped watching Fran for a while because every time I watched her, I felt like
You wanted something.
I wanted something. And then, you know, I feel like I can't make it without that. Not true. Look around you. You probably have something.
Substitutions.
Substitution. I had this little book once, and I wish I could find it. It's about this man that was in prison. And all he had were old socks and M&Ms. He would soak the color off the M&Ms to dye the little fabric pieces from the socks.
Oh,
and he would do these fabulous little embroidered patch things. Well, I mean, he's really famous now. I don't know where that book is. You know which one I'm talking about?
Goodness, and I wonder what the color, you know, like...
Well, I'm sure that they weren't, you know.
Hold up.
But that's what he did. That's with what he had. He looked around him. That was what was available. That's the attitude I think a person needs to have. Don't wait to create until I've cleaned and organized everything. Well, God knows.
Well, that we know that one doesn't get you
That,
set
and
back.
here's the whole thing. It's like, you know, your perfect design for everything. I can't tell you how many times I moved stuff around here until I got it where I wanted it to begin with. So that whole business of setting it all up and, you know, saying, okay, well, I'm going to need this here. You're not really going to know. Just get after it. It will organically find its place in the scheme of things. Don't wait to create until I understand the whole process. Just jump in there with both feet and learn as you go. That's the most satisfying way, I think, of learning, because you will learn what you need to know as you go.
Yes.
You're not going to remember all of it anyway if you sit there. Although I must admit, I watched a lot of gel plate videos before I started. Well, before I even got a gel plate, before I knew I wanted one. But I watched them and I'm like, oh man, I got to have one of those. And of course, one led to, yeah. Well,
And you know, here's the other thing. You know, what we do here, like we've kind of got a little system in place, and there's a budget and things, sort of. We try to lie to her about that. So that way she doesn't get too crazy and thinking that she wants more things than she actually needs, because she needs nothing at this point.
Well, I am getting low on some of my go-to colors. But I have a feeling I have some. I just don't know where they are.
Oh, yeah. See, that's it. This is where sort of maybe cleaning up might not be a terrible idea, just to find things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So there you go. And so that's when I tell you, or where that's going for you guys, is that you don't need 20 plates.
No.
One will suffice. Now, it's a little frustrating. Sometimes 2 is nice, just so that way you can have something drawing and then still work on it. But it's not a have to by any means. So,
by any means.
Yeah. That's just kind of...
Okay. And here's the other thing. The whole idea of
don't wait.
Don't wait, create. If you don't have exactly what you need before you look around you. What do you have in your kitchen?
So you need to make a little note on there that Mariah said substitution.
Substitution. But go for a walk in the forest, in the park, in the junkyard. Down a city street. Parking lots are great. I can always find rusty metal bottle caps there.
She does.
The hardware store is a wonderful place to go to find cool things.
Ask your grandchildren to bring you back things.
Yes.
Send them out into the world.
If you're looking for that shop that is probably more affordable than the Shishi one, downtown Dallas, look for old crusty places where they haven't curated everything yet. There will be something. Mm-hmm. There will be something that captures
Yes.
your fancy, or you just seem oddly drawn to it, pick it up, carry it with you. Even if you don't know what you're going to do with it or have a use for it right now, because this very moment, something inside of you said, take me with you. I will be useful later.
Things talk to her a lot.
They do. They speak to me. Speak to me.
I'm really happy that... Are those the ones off at the stairs?
Yes.
Oh, I'm very proud of you.
Yes, well, I
They've
knew
been
if I
there
did-
about 3 weeks.
If I didn't get to them, you would...
The days were numbered.
Yes. I know that if I don't get them off of the stairs, they will disappear into, I don't know where they go.
And I've noticed that you have been less grumpy with me about the fact that some things do just go away. Because it's
Yes.
like, I leave them there for a long time. What
Okay,
I feel.
You can go topside now. I want to talk
Wonderful.
about, well, no, I don't want to, well, maybe I do want to talk about that. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. All right, so I have
Hi, Apple.
bags and
hi,
stuff
Kat.
from people, okay? And I have to be careful because Mariah's always admonishing me about showing people's address and things. I just shoved them all into this one nice little bag that Annie sent me.
Oh, yes. And so, let's see. Some stuff came from Ketra. I don't know if we already talked about that or not, but I'm trying to kind of mentally remember in the last few days if it was before or after stream. Yep. So, Ketra. And then who else sent some things?
I'm not sure who this is from because
That's Ketra.
okay. I used this envelope to back my leaf with.
It's a beautiful color. And she
And
sent
I'm
us...
not taking, and I'm saving this because I can use these pieces and parts. This is such a wonderful color. I don't
is.
have that color. Now, I saved these out, and I'm thinking that they were,
Hi, Diane.
I don't know who they were from.
I
I think one of them was from Sandy, but I don't know who this one came, it was a loner, I think. But I loved it, and I saved it because, number one, it's got the leaves on it, and I'm still going to use some of these on my tags. But I haven't got to that point yet. And look at these cool stamps.
Right.
And that silver thread. Of course, I will save that.
Yes. Oh,
And-
Yolande. Yeah. Wasn't that from Yolande?
Okay. Yes, I think so. No.
The one that's in your hand right now.
All right, now this is from, I don't know.
Doesn't it say it on there?
that-
Let me see. That.
Where is the card that said my mom said? Oh, this is great. All right, I can show you these.
Oh, that was Leah. Leah Foy.
No, this is Yolanda.
No, but the other one, the coin and the and the
yes.
really sweet card.
Yes, and it says, have a little fun every day. I'm going to give that to Mariah because that needs to go
Yes.
into our collection. Now, check this out. I'm sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud?
Oh, she sent us one of the snarky cards. That's awesome. That was from Yolande. She did those during a live stream.
Oh, well, and Mariah has one too. And I think that these are going to go in the back of my book.
Oh.
I was going to give them to Mariah, but I'll give her hers. And then here's Izzy's stickers. We really appreciate you looking out for our baby. And then these are I'm going to use these they will be on tags.
Rhonda, obviously we don't do a super awesome job, but we try to.
And the reason is because they just came too late. All right, here's Mariah says, it's a beautiful day to leave me alone.
That's more you.
No, it isn't. That's what you say. I would just like silence for, and here's Izzy's stickers
Okay.
from.
I'll just throw them on her table and then she can,
And I love this paper. I'm
Oh.
going to gel print with
Here.
this paper.
show the penguin.
Oh,
She made that today.
and look at her little hands.
Here, bring
that
it
she
down a little. It's kind of big.
cut out there. And boy, this is some fancy
It's
paper.
a fancy penguin.
Fancy paper and googly eyes. Yeah. Put a date on that, Mariah.
Hey, I've been packaging up her stuff, putting it in little plastic bins, and she was worried. She's like, "What are you doing with this?" I'm like, "Don't worry, it's gonna go over to storage. You can deal with it when you're in your, you know,
Okay.
whatever.
Dadgummit, I'm dropping stuff right and left here. Drop that cute little card.
Well, maybe you'll find the other ones down there.
I'm not going to get it around, crawl around. All right, here. All right, so this is from Ketra too. This is going to go into the book. This cute little card.
Oh, and then
These are the ribbons and things that she sent, and I'm not using these today, but boy, are these some good stuff. Because
hi, Monkey.
okay, and here's Jennifer's.
Hello, Miriam. I think you snuck in there.
Jennifer's thing that I need to. I've got Jennifer down, but you know we've got more than one Jennifer, and I forgot to put your last name.
McKinnon.
I just got it.
The Jennifer told me that, so she learned how to do that one, you know, the edging business, you know, because we were like, it's so cool. She didn't realize.
Oh yeah, the rubby
Anyway,
edges.
she learned that from Gail Agostinelli.
Oh, and we love Gail.
We did.
And here is this was found.
Oh yes, thumbsy upsies, y'all. I skipped that part. I was like flustered because this stupid, like when I just have a black screen and I'm looking over there going, okay, YouTube, are you going to pick up the stream or am I just, you know, fingers crossed? Anyway, that's why I was flustered at the beginning. So I screwed up our intro. Didn't say thank you for coming and thumbsy upsies and all that business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I really, really, really like this, and I will use this somehow or other. And it's, you know, it's knowledge.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending that. And these little guys didn't end up in the book, but they will end up in something. In fact, I'm going to give these. Well, I could just go ahead and use these today. No, I'm not, because I think these are. This is more of a Mariah thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
But thank you. I did take some of those off there and use them.
Oh, you could gel print with some of that stuff.
Well, I could.
I want to get past the book project. Seriously,
Okay,
like,
I know.
personally,
All right.
I'm done.
Well,
but
then let's just move right
I
along.
don't know if that's
All
where
right.
y'all are at with it, but it certainly is. Where
Okay, we're getting to the crochet stuff here. Now, we're always talking about size matters, and sometimes big isn't necessarily, you know, how you want to go. But I have, look at that booger. I have a big one. I have used this. I used this with, I made a rope thing.
a rope.
A rope thing to tie back my curtains.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened to that. But I just went and got a whole bunch of cord at the at Maloof's in Friona. Okay. Now, again, we're back to this, you know, I don't have fancy yarn or something.
Hello, Elizabeth.
But I bet you this is, where's the end that I started on? Here it is. This is, what do you call those things? Those wipey things.
Yeah, wipey
This
things.
is wipey things. And the way you do this is you take your square and you just start cutting and spiraling it in. And that's how I made all of this.
That's one. Is that one wipe? Maybe
Yeah.
a couple.
Couple. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, it's coming undone here. So, the way I figure out what size I need is I don't really care about.
Oh wait. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just starting this thing.
Hey, you need to put your disclaimer that you are not a traditional, like what you are seeing
Oh,
here.
they're gonna
Free form. Patricia Carmichael.
Trust me, they'll figure
This
this.
is how my brain works. Kind of
They're
crochet.
gonna figure that out right away. Now, see, you
Okay.
come to a part there where it was kind of fat, and you got to work at pulling it through there sometimes.
Hi, Linda.
Okay, so this stuff is tough enough that it can take it.
Oh, I already said
And
that.
even if it breaks, all you do is you just either you've got options. You can sew it, you can glue it, you can whatever. But you see what I'm talking about?
This is mixed media crocheting.
This is mixed media crocheting.
That works, right?
Absolutely. And it may look a little funky and a little bit weird, but you know, that's kind of the way I rock and roll anyway. And, you know, okay, so there's that. And, you know, it does have that weird little kind of funky thing there. But once you come back through and you go do your second pass, you can straighten those out somewhat. I will show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. Now, I'm going to show you what I did on my, what did I do with that? See, that's why I shouldn't move things around. I just had that.
What are you looking for?
The long pieces that I had, did they end up in my journal?
Oh, I don't know.
Stuck to it. Yep, sure enough. Where's the other part?
It's always stuck to something.
Something stuck.
Yes.
Okay.
Sherry says freeform crochet is a real thing. Yeah,
it is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. You know, I waited 25 years to give myself permission to do that because I had a sister who was really, really good at crocheting. And I couldn't follow a pattern to save my life.
Yeah.
And so what I did when I really wanted to learn how to do this, I went into well, they just call her life skills. It used to be home ec back in the day, you know, where she teaches all kinds of things about living. And I said, I want to know how to do the most basic crochet stitch there is. That's all I want. I don't want you to tell me a bunch of stuff. I just want to know how to do that one thing. And then when I get good at that and I want to know more, I will come back and ask you more. So the math teacher was present at the same time. And she said, oh, Patricia, I have some marvelous patterns. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Whoa, stop right there. No.
No.
I already know I can't do that.
Yeah.
My limited attention span, number one, is one thing. But the other thing about that is I don't want to do that. I want to do something that stimulates the creativity in my brain rather than I have to follow a pattern.
This is how I felt
and
about
take
dancing.
out, you know, all of these stitches that I did because whoops, I got the wrong one. Oh yeah, well that didn't happen.
Hi, Veronica.
Now this is what I'm doing right here, sewing these two pieces together. This is how I did my wrap for my book, which I'm going to bring it over here and show it to you.
She's still on the book.
Show it to you in just a minute. But this is what I did with those pieces that you sent me. And you're just going to be absolutely gobsmacked when you see it. All right, what I'm worried about here is I'm worried about making this so that it stays together long enough for me to crochet it. Because the thing is about this, once you get it crocheted, it isn't going anywhere. Unless you know, like you're pulling a tugboat or something. In which case I would, you know, recommend you use a little more sturdy materials. And I'm big on knotting. You know, make a good knot. So I always knot twice. And give it a good tug. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
All right. And if it has a bit of a tail on it, we don't really care about that either. All right. So basically what I did here is I used this crochet hook. I'll tell you what, these bamboo handled ones.
You like those?
I like these a lot. And this is a 10.00 mm, an N15. What I look for in a crochet hook is I look for that deep cut there. I don't like the rounded ones so much. See these? How they don't go in there very far? I don't really like those. I like these because it's easy to do. All right, so you just get started here. Well, that works too. Make a hole. And then I just go. This is the most basic stitch that will get you everywhere you want to go with these kind of things. And I watched somebody do, you know, old t-shirts where they just take and they do the same thing. They just keep cutting around.
Oh, yeah. To create the strips.
To create the strips. And see, I just went past that point where I sewed it together there. And you don't worry about it twisting because you can.
Hi, Sheila.
You're gonna get that twisty stuff settled out in the next round. But that's where you do have to be careful. And today I was looking at my wrap that I was so proud of, and I thought, you know, it's just looking so good and everything.
Becky says that's one of her favorite hooks to use. That's her favorite brand.
I'll tell you, and I don't know what it is about them. The others are just, well, there's not enough to hang on to there. All right, so I've got this nice little thing, and before I end it, I'm either going to tie on or sew on. You can just do it as you go and make it as long as you want to, right? All right, now the next, and I'm just going to pull that through there so that I've got a little tail and it won't be coming undone as I'm doing the rest of it. Well, I think I'm going to do that.
I don't know. Seems like it's going to slip through.
There we go.
There we go.
It was because it had a little wad on the end there. You can cut that off or not, you know, whatever. Now, people are always worried about, you know, having different kinds of different weights of yarn.
Oh.
And they just feel, you know, I don't know, whatever. Well, that certainly doesn't bother me. And I'm going to show you another little thing that all right, so this is what I did on part of the one of my thing that I'm going to show you here momentarily. Now, I'm probably going to change my hook from this one.
Right, because it's a smaller kind of thing.
It's a smaller thing. So, same thing. You just, you know, bring it through there. Well, maybe. And you want to kind of make sure that's pulled back through and knotted up there. Okay? And then you just start in. You just make this work for however you want to do it. You can go 2 on, 1 off. When I'm doing this, I usually try to pull one through simply because one's fatter than the other, so I make a... But what's funny is when I went back through and looked at my... Now see, this is where I'm straightening it out.
This is where she straightens out.
Straightening it out. And I think that you get the idea there of what's happening here. And then when you run into one of these things, and it doesn't necessarily, it's not enough to go.
It's not going to line up where you need it to.
Not going to line up where you need it to. You just give it a little yank, and you don't have to pull it through all the way. But you're going to have a little wad there. I don't worry about the little wads.
She is Gina, and hello, Gina.
I just know that, you know, that's going to work out in the next round.
This is free form. Use whatever you have.
Use whatever you have. T-shirts, tea towels, old bed sheets, yada yada.
Wipes. Baby wipes.
Baby wipes. Okay, now I'm going to stop right there just because
yeah, you've demonstrated it.
I've demonstrated what's going to happen there, and I think y'all get that. I want to save enough of these things to crochet these things.
Len was saying it would be interesting to see you like crochet things into it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's what she was saying. I was reading. I just needed to drop it in.
The thing about these, number one, this is tough as a boot. I could pull, I mean, I guarantee you this would stand a good, I would like to make a little, grocery sack thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of these. You need these that are more pliable though.
Yeah, some are hard.
Are really, really.
And some are soft.
Stiff. These are soft. I like these a lot. And, make sure that when you're taking them off the thing, do it as nicely as you can. You see, I had to really kind of rip and tear.
Yeah,
tear at this one. It wasn't coming loose from its little wrapper.
But you got it out of there.
But by golly, I got her done. Okay, size matters. Now, all right, I'm going to bring my strap over and show it to you, and I'm just going to kind of shove all this stuff out of the way. And actually, what I'm going to do is just throw it all over here in a minute.
Yep, and that's how things get lost.
Yep. All right, here it is. Now, I got to find the part.
These are all the ones that he had received from you guys now prior to what has just arrived, or
Yes.
just, you know, yeah.
And I did have to go over and get some out of our stash over yonder. But the majority of these here were sent to me by you all. And you will see there's different sizes of things on here. And I wanted to talk to you about this. When I was looking at this, you notice there's 3 rows there. The reason is for whatever reason, they were all left open there. And if eventually would have pulled loose. So I had to come in and fix that. So if that kind of thing happens and it bothers you, and like right here where this is kind of thin here, I want to show you what you can do with embroidery thread. Is that a good color? Oh, I don't like that. Maybe that. Or maybe this light blue, dirty blue. No, I don't like that. I don't really know what I've got here, but I have bags of this stuff. You know, people at school, when they would get finished with a project or something,
Yeah.
they would just gift me their leftovers. And a lot of them I would use, you know, in class. But I want to get oh, that's a good one. That is a really good one. All right, when you crochet with embroidery thread, you want to make sure that you've got enough to go a ways. Okay. So, again, size matters here. Where were we? Okay, we're right here in this orange. This is the only place, really, that I want to kind of add a little bit of something. And this might be a little... That's
kind of a big...
Kind of a big one. Maybe I need this one. But see, that's really loosey-goosey in there. I'm kind of leaning towards this. Okay. So, you want to get your... You want to get your knot there. Okay. Got my knot. I'll work the tail in later. That's what I always do. Or just leave it.
Notice that's just been a theme here. I'll work that tail in later.
Okay, I'll work that tail in later. I can crochet around this one little piece here as much as I want to. Because this is mine and I can do whatever I want to do here. It doesn't have to make anybody else happy except me. And when you get to that point, I'll never forget one of my kids from junior high came back after the weekend and she took her stuff home and it was all done. And I said, isn't that interesting? Show me how you did all that. Well, she hadn't done it, her mom had. And so she got real snotty with me and she said, well, my mother said you don't know how to crochet.
You said amen, sister.
I said, I am so happy you said that because that's not what we're doing in here. What we're doing in here is we're making something that can become 3-dimensional depending on what you are going to do with it. So do you see what's happening here? Have I done enough of it that you're kind of getting the whole idea of how this works and how you can augment whatever you have and just add another little element to it.
She makes scarves this way.
I make scarves this way. And I don't know, why did I stop making scarves? Well, I started gel plating.
Well, no, you moved away.
I moved away. I made tons. I've given away, I can't tell you.
Yeah, I think you kind of burnt yourself out.
Hundreds of scarves. As I made them for almost a lot of people at school. And then I made them for Christmas gifts one year. I gave everybody a scarf for Christmas. I made Christy a scarf.
Yeah, most people we know have one.
And the whole thing about it is, somebody said, well, I'm a wool snob. Well, I used to be a wool snob.
Yeah.
Till I started wearing it. But when it's next to my neck, I don't like the wool.
Makes me itchy.
And I really like the
unless it's some
fluffy synthetic, you know,
well, they've
polyester. I like rayon a lot.
How are your ears today?
My ears are pretty good.
Okay.
I can hear you. All right, I'm at the end of the
Yes, wearable art.
I'm at the end of my little thing there with the...
Hold it up into the technology. Wonder. Oh, perfect. I mean, like you knew where the spot was.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
But remember, don't come in too hot. The camera doesn't like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, I need to I need to cut
Move
this.
a little slower.
I'm not going to mess around with the...
It's skittish.
But you can, if you... Only thing you have is some embroidery thread. It works great. Now, they do have those whole little balls of things. I just use the embroidery thread because it's what I've got. And I do tie that off at least twice or 3 times. Especially, and I have even been known to come in with super glue because this kind of stuff right here, it has a lot of slippage to it.
Slippage.
Slippage. It's not, yeah. And I'm going to use...
Oh, Susan Fernandez says, I bet you could crochet with Carnival wet strength tissue.
Well, that would certainly be something that was interesting. Maybe you could if you twisted it.
You could even braid it, make it into little things, and then crochet with that, I would assume.
For sure. Okay, I don't know. I didn't hear Xandra's name today, but Xandra, I do still have this piece here. It's going to go into my next journal, my rusty iron journal. All right, now let's just get back to this for just a second. I want you to see how beautiful it looks wrapped up in
Raven made strips from plastic bags and crocheted little baskets with them.
I've used I was sitting here and I needed something to tie up something on the cart. And I just grabbed those grocery bags from the store and crocheted them.
Yeah, she has.
It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, that's what's holding the brush show box, or it's probably in the brush show's box. Because she also made some for that. Because it needed a strap.
Okay. That's a tag. Okay. All right.
Hello, Life at the Corner Castle.
I
Debbie,
have
right? I think.
almost all the cards in.
Yes.
But now here is,
Debbie.
see the inside of that leaf?
Look at you.
And I did a little,
Yeah. She was up here banging.
I just thought it really needed something there. And before I wrap this up and you can see how absolutely fabulous it looks, I'm going to make some more of these. But I'm going to wait until I do watercolor because I have this idea for doing these with watercolor. But see, a leaf there, isn't that just what it needs?
And it's beautiful.
And plus, you know, you can write on the inside of it. You can write on the back side of it. Just whatever.
Oh, Joni made a, she wove a beach bag from plastic bags knotted together.
Oh.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, because it's I mean, you've got them. We have bags of bags.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, I just wanted to talk very quickly through this. You've seen all these tags 14,000 times. We don't have to, I did go ahead and glue those leaves down after I watercolored them a little bit more to make them feel, you know, like flowers instead of leaves.
Oh, Veranda crocheted plastic bags to make drink coasters. So did you like kind of just, and then...
Yeah, spiraled them.
I'd like to see a picture of that.
Yeah, for sure. And then look, here's the one Mariah made. I still don't have anything written on that yet, and I haven't written on...
Did I hand you that? I did. I handed you the email from Candy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've got that, and actually that was inside the book here.
Okay.
Must have fallen out. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it is in here. It's just on the other side. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I've got this, and I will use this. Absolutely use this. So all the tags are in.
Mm-hmm.
I am still waiting to put the names on because I have a couple of names that just came today that Mariah handed me. And I'm waiting till they're all in. But look at this book.
Okay, put your email off to the side, please.
What is it?
The email off to the side, you know, because I don't know if people want their email addresses, like, you know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you could see it, but you know.
But look at that. Isn't it wonderful?
So cool. You want me to go on the big screen?
All right, now let me show you the wrap.
Hello, Naomi. I know you were here earlier.
All right, looky, I kind of colored a little bit more, and I took anthraquinone blue.
Oh yeah, you did. Hold that up.
And look at it, how good it looks.
Ooh.
All right, this is the back side. We need the front side. Looks good on the front side too.
Ooh, on the cruise ships they have these candied straw things. I don't think they taste very good, but and they do get kind of mushy, but they are better than the paper ones, I think. As far as holding up.
You guys just sent me the coolest stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so it goes around 3
Hot
times.
candy.
I'm gonna,
Those of you that are coming in, do say hello in the chat. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Do all that YouTubey business.
doesn't the moon just look perfect there? I'm trying to get it so that it's
She's terrible at this.
I've got one of Izzy's hair
She's
things
got
that
a-
I'm going to talk about here in a minute.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've kind of absconded with a few. Although it's not like she doesn't, you know, leave them around up here, wherever.
Oh, and then I'm just going, okay, which way am I going here? Just wrestling with it.
She'll get it here in a minute.
I'll get it here in a minute. All right. Finally.
Good job.
Whoa.
See, if we
So-
if we were editing this video, I would have sped through that with like that Benny Hill music or something.
So is that like...
You know, that kind of thing.
Okay, now
Yep.
what did I do
That's
with...
the circus one, but that applies as well.
All right, I don't know what I did with it. All right, so I've got these different... I kind of rated Izzy's, and I decided that blue was just a little bit much.
No, it's a little too electric.
And I'm kind of liking the purple, but then, you know, I'm thinking, well, if I went around the purple there...
So these, I think they're kind of like nylon or what did they're just,
Yeah,
but they're great hair things.
they
like
are. And the thing about them is... Now, all I would do is just come in, and I could come in with my embroidery thread. I could just make this embroidery, these sides together, this side together. I could sew it. I could do, like, whatever I wanted to. But that little bit of...
That becomes then...
It becomes a permanent part. Now,
and then you can just stretch it around.
You can stretch it around.
What do you call it? Clasp.
If you want it to be more of an integral part of, and you've decided where it needs to go, you can take and use your crochet hook, actually pull it through here.
I guess I should put Izzy's hair things on the Amazon list.
Yeah. And all you have to do is you just wrap it
They're
around.
very handy little things. She's used them. I think one's been used almost on every one of these wrappy things that she has created.
In one form or another.
Yeah.
So see, you don't even have to sew anything. You just crochet hook it through there, and look at that. Voila!
Voila.
All right, am I
It's so
getting
wonder-
lots of wonderful...
Oh, give her some love, y'all.
You need to give me some happy hearts and floaty business over on the side so I can see it.
And thumbsy upsies.
And thumbsy upsies.
That's the like
I think
button
this
down at the
kind of
bottom.
needs to scoot down just ever so slightly here.
Mm-hmm.
But what's nice about that little thing right there is if it starts stretching out more, you just move your little hair hoodie-doo back further and
Scrunch it back
stretches up. And if you add some more stuff to it and it gets a little fatter, you just take it off and move it
let it
down a little
out.
bit. I mean, you know, come on. This is like the ultimate.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Look at the...
Oh, my
wow.
goodness. Oh.
That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, thank you, all of you that sent this, you know that you are a part of the book in more ways than one.
And some of y'all have been here for every single one of these videos. That in itself is a... I wish we could hand out medals.
Yes, absolutely.
Whoa, look at this. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome.
And
Eddie says it's been a long 8 days.
You know, time flies when you're having fun, Eddie.
That's right. Sometimes it feels like 8 weeks.
Zoom. All right, now I have to tell you, I did have a hard time. I loved the hand, but once I got that moon down there, it was just like no contest. Look at that.
It's perfect.
It is just, you know.
Yes. Well done.
Perfect.
Well done.
Perfect. Okay, I can't put that down on top of that because I'm going to do some...
Hey,
All right.
It's only fair, Betty. Trust me, she absconds with things of ours as well.
What is this?
She said that Izzy needs a commission for the hair things. Oh,
All right.
Maybe she meant from the Amazon. Don't worry, she gets that as well.
Yes, I'm just throwing everything over here in a big wad.
Oh, that's awesome. Joni says she's learned so much during the process of creating the book. Hey, we've got, other ones planned. I need a little break from books, and just so we can, well, number one, we have masteries coming this next week. So remember, y'all need to still come back. Leave your comments on this here stream. Now, just forewarning you that if you go back to way far back ones, I may or may not pick up those comments. But that's not to be said. If you already have left comments, I'm pretty much gathering up everybody's. Almost. I just want to preface that. It is not every single one. It is ones that I have kind of, said, all right, that's an awesome one, and then grab some others from. So you'll have like multiple entries on the giveaway that we do with the polled comments. We're also going to be doing the giveaway based on our Loverly and Mucky Muck members. So that will be pulled together. So if you are thinking about joining our Artie Perks, this may not be a terrible time. You could even just do it for 1 month or whatever. No judgment there by any means. But we will be pulling those probably Sunday or... Yeah, probably Sunday.
Okay, one quick thing
Afternoon.
before we go on to jump lighting, because Mariah asked me to do a long haul, and we're going to talk about some different things we're going to use. Look what I found when I was not looking for it. This is from my grandmother.
It's not a maraca.
It isn't. It's a darning egg, and look, she got it at a junk store for $3.50.
That seems kind of high dollar, though.
It does seem. But it's lovely because it has a nice weight to it.
Not like a maraca.
No. And anyhow, this is from my grandmother. And I left that price tag on there because I thought it was meaningful. I don't really know.
What that would cost these days.
I don't. And actually, she used to go to estate auctions and everything. And this might have just been something that was thrown in that, didn't sell.
She didn't actually pay $3.50 for it, but that's what they thought they might get for it.
Yeah. That,
and then somebody wanted to whack them over the head with it.
Nobody knew what the hell it was. And, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me give you all the schedule real quick. But I think I have posted on our community tab, and I believe that I updated it, but I don't. I will make sure I do another post just so that way it's there. Of course, we will be posting over on Makers and everywhere else that we kind of need to for the whole week thing. Let me, 1 second here. Makers. There we go. So, the March Mixed Media Masteries 2024 will start on March 25th at 10 a.m. because that's Monday, and that's our usual time. Tuesday, so any of our regular days that we would stream, it will be the same time. But then, like on, so Tuesday will be at 3 p.m., March 27th. Wednesday will be at 10 a.m. Thursday will be at 3 p.m. Friday at 10 a.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. And then Sunday, ending on Easter, 10 a.m. I might take April 1st off, and that's not April Fool's. But I just figured that we will have been streaming, basically, because if you think, so we're going to be streaming even the Sunday before. So Sunday, to Sunday.
7 days.
Yes. But that's a lot.
That's a lot. Okay, one thing I wanted to say before I left here is this is what I used to stitch all of my pieces together, and it's just
Hold that up.
button carpet dual duty. It's
dual duty.
It's polyester and cotton,
Hi, Alice.
and I used
Alice, we showed the book. Oh, thank you so much.
embroidery needle to do that with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, 8 days. That's what I was going to...
I need to put that up with that. So.
And then it would be, if I don't skip Monday, then it would be, see, it would be 8 days. If you go Sunday to Sunday, that's 8 days.
Right.
Enough time to build a book. It's just, it's always good. It's funny. But then we would be like, you know, so it would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then finally that Wednesday, that coming Wednesday, we would have a day off. And I was like, okay, that's kind of hot mess crazy. I'm going to skip the Mariah Makes Monday, April 1st, plus it's April Fool's. You know, nobody needs to be streaming on April Fool's. Just waiting for bad things to happen.
All right. Now, this was a possible candidate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've already used that. This is a possible candidate. And this is definitely a possible candidate for the long haul. But you know what I've really decided on?
Zaps.
No.
Oh.
I want to do this.
Oh, yes.
Just because...
I added Iris to the name of that in the shop. It's called Wildflower. I figured out that actually Christy Hartman has some other flowers coming up. They were supposed to be wildflowers. But since we already had this one named and packaging and all that stuff done, this is Wildflower Iris. And then the upcoming ones, well, you'll just have to find out what those are called.
Well, there you go. Okay, well, just keep it in mind. Now, I really, the reason I'm interested in this is I think it's going to present, you're going to have big areas where you have big, solid kind of colors. Then you're going to have these little areas that really get filled in, you know, when we're doing the long haul.
All right. Hey, when's the art start?
Oh my God. Here's the other thing. You know, she can just shush it. Those areas, you can come in then, and you can do some pointing.
Yeah, poink it. Poink it.
I don't know that I will, because I don't know that it's going to need it.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's the decision that I made, and I didn't necessarily consult with Mariah in any...
And Eddie's been doing long hauls over on his channel that are doing very well. So it's trending, y'all.
Trending. That's what we are. We're trenders.
Trendsetters.
Trenders.
Baby. Trenders.
Trenders.
That's what we are. Trenders. We're not influencers. We're trenders.
Yeah.
We set them and leave them.
I'm trying to line these up so that they're not overlapping and getting all funky on me. Because that's what happens back over yonder here.
That's one of the things that happens over
One
yonder.
of the things that happens over there.
There's a lot that happens.
Oh my goodness, I've got that netting that
Yes. That's
on,
exactly right, Deb.
keeps on giving.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty, let's see if we have...
We keep telling people, they might believe us.
Hey, I got my new... Oh, shall we break in the new plate for a long haul?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ta-da! Virgin plate.
Look at that.
And a virgin.
She hasn't been able to use it because she didn't have the plexiglass.
Yeah.
Because she can't just be wibbling wobbling that
Everything
thing
here is fresh out of the
fresh out of the
box.
I don't feel like I should move the camera up, but this is good. This is a good.
Oh
We're gonna
my
have
God,
to do
and
it sideways.
Smells so
I haven't had a new plate in a
good.
while. Oh, I should have told John that. Hey, by the way, we need some conditioner that smells the same way as a new plate smell. It's like new baby and new car smell.
Oh, I just love it. It's actually, I think they said vanilla.
Yeah.
Well, somebody needs to manufacture that. It is, I love it. Just
Oh, hi, Leah.
makes me all happy.
We got your stuff. We showed it earlier. I don't know if you were here earlier or not, but showed it a little bit there. And thank you for the coin.
Okay. tap down. We've got a good contact with our surface there. And we're ready to rock and roll. Just keep getting those fuzzy things in that net. And I don't want those to end up, oh, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, for God's sake. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Sorry, this is a 12 by 12 gel press. She was all sad because, like, so Gel Press has sent us the stuff to do the giveaway. She's like, well, don't I get to keep one of those? And I'm like, no. Where did you get that idea?
Look at this.
I had to buy her one.
I do have it in a little one, too. Winsor Newton. Let's start off with Permanent Rose. And remember, when you are doing a stencil, don't
thanks, Mo.
be savvy with your paint, because you will be angry at yourself later on.
Yeah. And if you're unsure, kind of just start out with some of your, you know, less expensive paints, so you get a handle on maybe understanding how much paint. But, you know, sometimes it's one of those things. It's like riding a bike. Sometimes it takes a little minute to remember. Even though,
and remember, when you're first starting out, I'm sorry, Mariah, I didn't mean to step on the end of your sentence there. Apologize. Yes, that is absolutely wonderful advice. But do remember, every paint acts a little bit differently. And your fluid acrylics are going to be different than your... I like to start off with a good heavy body. But I'm going to rapidly move to my...
Y'all see how the color change?
Fluid acrylics, simply because I think they make for the very best.
Yes. Yes, yes.
And depending on how much you want to leave behind, you don't have to get all wild and crazy in here.
Yeah.
You can leave some of that. And because that's where you want it to build up, is you want that build up on those lines. So you don't have to be wild crazy about, you know, getting every little bit off of there, because we're not taking the stencil off till the very blessed end.
Yeah, and this stencil is only available in a 9 by 12 because shrinking it down, we were going to lose the detail inside of it.
See those big wide open spaces, what you're going to get there? You're going to get lovely, lovely crinkles and cracks. Yes. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. We've got already a good start of, look at that.
Love it.
Now, we had a little bleed through there. That's interesting. Guess I didn't have that pushed down there. I thought I was really
They'll be all right.
careful about that, but oh well, yeah. All right, let's start off with a little yellow in the transparent yellow iron oxide. I think I have some more of this. I sure hope I do.
Cracks matter. Christy is just... I'm glad you're here, Christy. Christy Hartman's here, and she's very excited that you're using this. And I do, like... Normally this would drive me crazy that she's doing it side by side, but this is the better position for showing the whole thing and who's it, what's it.
I'm sorry, I can't go the other way.
Yeah.
That's why that's kind of a...
preface that I'm okay with it. Letting y'all know.
I will tell you that I am trying to go with the, and I don't always remember to do that, with the kind of the little, the side that has a bit more tooth to it.
Oh, and Joni asked if every once in a while you'd throw in some deli paper to pull them.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Look
look at you, right? Like just 2 in, and you're already making pretty things happen.
Pretty things happen. pretty things happen.
So for those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. We are a friendly bunch. If you have access to the chat, that means obviously it's live stream and it's live. If you do not have access to the chat, then simply that means that you're watching the chat go by, perhaps, and then you have access to the comments. Do leave those behind so that way we can get you entered into the big old giveaway that's happening this coming week during our March Mixed Media Master Race. I'm still working through it, y'all. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to master.
Well, it's an attempt. That's why it's masteries.
That's how we're going into it.
Right. We didn't say we were already masters. This is just masteries. There's some things that we're going to be, you know, going for.
Fussing about with.
But this here is a long haul. And what's funny is Deb C that's here in the chat, she was the one who named this. Because I kept calling it, what was I calling this? Like the multiple layers something blah blah blah. It was very long and just didn't roll off like, and she says it's a long haul. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Just like the truckers. Yeah, we're going across the continent.
Not to be mixed up with like, you know, a crafty haul, because I was thinking, oh, I wonder if people think that we're in for a long haul of craftiness, but I guess it is, but it's different. Yes, we'll be the matters of the mystery. I like that. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah. Masters of the masteries. Yes. Not matter. That's how it's gonna go.
Okay, now we've got pinks going here. All of a sudden you need to bring in something that is the opposite of pink.
And darker.
And darker. And we're going with Jenkins.
Jenkins!
Always a little Jenkins in there to break up, you know, all of that.
Yes.
Fluffiness. Cutesy red business.
Tap it back.
Tap it back.
Say, hey, we're going brown, buddy. It ain't Christmas. We're going to Brown Town. I think that's something that's inappropriate, but I'm not sure. I just thought about that. If you know, you know. I don't really know. I'll wait for Eddie's comment.
Oh,
or Mo.
yes.
Eddie or Mo.
Okay.
No.
I don't know if y'all know who Louise Fletcher is. Louise Fletcher. She just came on my feed. I don't know why. You know, it's like
YouTube does recommend new things every once in a while.
Who?
YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyhow, Louise came up. And so she was talking about mixing for neutrals. It's a relatively new video. Go over there. Tell her you heard about it here. Mm-hmm. I want you to watch this before we start doing our watercolor. Because what she's telling you, and she's got a big old sheet of whatever it is over here on the side. She's just mixing it all up right there. You can see it. It's not a long video. And, I mean, she does a bang-up job.
But, yes, leave her a comment. Let her know that we sent her over, or that we sent you there. Rennie asks, what do you gain from a long haul?
Well,
complexity of line. And what I mean by that is that
this is starting up. Look at that.
Okay, so there are actually a couple of things. The ultimate goal here is the complexity of the line and the color around it. But as you go, number one, you're not having to mess around with changing up your stencil. So you'll see as you go along, each of these tissue pulls or deli, or you want it to be something like tissue paper deli. You could maybe use rice paper. You know, we're not a big fan because timing wise, it always rips and it's, sometimes it works for people. It doesn't work for this one over here. That's all I'm saying about that.
I like deli paper, but the problem with the deli paper is it doesn't pull as well as I would like it to.
Well, especially if you accidentally hit the more waxy side.
Yeah, and it always has a fold down the middle. That bothers me.
So you're going to stick with the carnival?
So I'm...
Okay.
I'm sticking
Yeah.
with the caramel. You can use deli paper if you want to.
Thank you.
And if you
Leslie.
can get it in big enough sheets that you don't have to,
Yeah. Goodbye, Anina. Thanks for hanging. I know it's late. Oh, you can buy the deli paper without the folds.
well, that we just have folded.
We
so.
do. Don't keep buzzing on me over here. That looks beautiful even just through the paper there. And Pete is using the kitchen towel, just the, paper
As
towel.
my Baron, because sometimes it comes through.
Eddie's really good at explaining that in his videos. I was like, oh, he says that a lot. That's good.
All right, can you see what's starting to happen here? I'm building up not only on my plate, but I'm building up on my stencil. So I'm getting some darks and this
Oh, okay.
this is really, I mean, I don't know another way that you can do this.
Oh, Joni was talking about. No, I saw. Yeah, I saw the thing about. But yeah, so she just thought that you could slip it in between your stencil. To use stencils. That's what you were talking about. Okay, that was my bad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you were stacking up your stencils and getting them ready over there,
Oh.
she's saying you should put deli paper between them so they're not all, becoming.
Oh, yeah, I should.
She should.
There's a lot of things I should do
I know that's right.
that I don't.
I have lists, mental, and sometimes I even write them down just so that way it gets out of my head.
But one of the reasons I love coming in and doing this with a brand new stencil is, other than that one place out there that I didn't get it down properly, that's my bad, is that
Oh.
it sticks to the plate really well. So you don't have bleed unders and whatnot that you would after you've used your stencil numerous times for, like other things. And you will notice sometimes I don't do a lot of rubbing because I want to leave behind more stuff.
Kind of let it build up a little bit.
I want to let it build up a little bit. That's a conscious decision. Now, originally it wasn't. It was just something that happened.
Yeah, learning things.
Learning things. But now, look at this. This is when you're just so deadgum excited. Look at that.
Aw.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, she's pretty good at it. And I'm telling you that a big, one of the factors, those fluid acrylics, they really are. It's
Raw sienna.
It's just interesting how much more interest in the layers that happens with the fluid acrylics. Eddie says, Mariah, the value of the stencil rises when P does her long hauls, in my opinion. It does add the wow factor to the stencils.
Oh, well, perhaps. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
That's kind of like baby barf or poo. It's coming out of one end.
Okay, well, that was number one. That was an extremely opaque. But I'm getting some nice stuff coming on here. And sometimes, look at that.
And stop braring so much and just let it do its thing for a second and then do your other thing. And then you have what we call the crepe. Is it crepe or crate? Crate and myrtle?
I don't know.
I know in Texas, I don't know. It drops a bunch of very pretty flower stuff all over your driveway. Makes a heck of a mess. They also, you don't want to plant them too close to your house, supposedly, because I guess
yeah, big time root systems
that aren't deep, so it messes with the foundation.
All right, well,
Great.
there we just got an unexpected result. I guess probably I didn't shake that up enough, and I haven't used it a lot.
Oh, and thank you. Mo has posted the link to this particular stencil if you're interested. It's a newer one by Christy Hartman. We called it Wildflower Iris. Iris was just added today. Because I was like, I'm going to fix that.
Look at that. And I even have left behind. Oh my gosh. Isn't that gorgeous?
That's very pretty.
I think it's absolutely stunning. Okay, what do we have over here? We have quinacridone violet. Oh, let's try a little of that. That'll be good with that.
Yeah, I'm seeing those go around too, Robin. I think you've seen it, right? Where people put the foil on the plate and then crack it. Number one. Okay, this one over here has like zero patience with even just the little pieces of foil.
What? I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, so...
Oops, running down her leg.
Whew, this stream has it all, y'all. Okay. The foil, the, you know, gold leafy stuff. But if those sheets...
that flies around all over the place?
See, I know she's in that house.
Oh, God, no. That stuff makes me want to...
It makes her angry.
Makes me want to kill somebody.
It's...
Yeah, it does not bring out the best.
Fired up. She can't contain it.
It do.
And it really should be like in a middle of the winter situation where, like, because if she has a fan on or anything in here, it's going to get
ends
real.
Up all over the place. I've got it on my face. I'm sucking it into my nose.
She told me just put that stuff away.
Yeah. I'm happy for other people to use that.
I should just send it away, like, completely.
I am just tickled pink for other people to use that.
Yeah.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, what we should be observing here is this down here on the edge of my, it's not coming off. So what I need to do...
You just need to get the tape after that and then be done with it.
Is I need to get a little bit more moisture down on my edges so that I can pull some of that lovely stuff off there.
Darcy says that she's like, well, winter you have a lot more static, so there really isn't a good time for foiling. Like, it's either you just got to be into it or not, and she's not. So that's funny.
I don't have the patience
she
for
really
that.
Doesn't.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh, Eileen was going to do it with the foil, but she has no idea where her foil is. Well, I've got the little stuff. I don't know if you could, like, roll on the little stuff.
I just sprinkle it around.
Because
I thought, well, you know, I'll just use my brayer. You know where all the foil ended up?
On the brayer.
Wrapped around my brayer.
And then she was cussing about that for a good week.
Yeah. Oh, I did not have a good experience with the foil. All right, this is starting to look good, folks.
Oh, SWL says the Mylar type foil isn't as messy because it's like on the sheets. And I think, can you just lay it down and then pull up the thing? I think I saw somebody do that over on Instagram. Where it's like, it's on a backer. You know?
Oh, I'd be willing to try that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I have any of that. But.
Yeah, but I've just seen like them pull out that little wispy thing, and then I'm like, oh god.
All right, so it's been a while since we went with a heavy body. I'm thinking about either the Naples, or I'm even thinking about pulling in. Where the heck is my fancy gold? Here's my fancy gold.
Oh, yes, fancy gold.
Fancy gold. You should, at some point in your, you need to add that. I don't like to add it right away because then it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. What do we talk? Oh, I've got lots of time.
I know. You started even like you had more than an hour when you started. You've only been at this for maybe 20 minutes.
Well, see, time flies when you're having fun. I've already got, I don't know how many.
I'm just excited to see you back to gel printing.
What is it?
I'm happy that you're gel printing today.
Oh, okay. Me too.
I like it because it usually gives me opportunity to, you know, chat with chat. I think this is our best stuff. This is I like the book stuff. It was lots of fun, but we need a break in between.
Yeah, I know that I have a tendency to just beat dead horses.
I mean, 'cause you could futz with that thing for another, 8 weeks, and
Oh, I could.
and she can. Just I want her to do it in the background, and then give y'all updates. That's my feeling on it.
Now, hopefully, I've gotten enough that I'm going to be able to pull up some of that dark crud.
That is exactly right. I meant to. Yes, I was kind of, and then I got distracted by that. Deb, the namer of this here technique, or the renamer. I'm gonna say renamer because I had a name for it. It's just it wasn't very good.
It was a bit pedantic and long.
It was. Even this one. She's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, well, the shadow technique, that was good. We like to name them, but anyway, sorry, I digressed. The other advantage to a long haul is you get approximately a bazillion prints that are all related. So if you're doing a cool project where you want,
look at that,
related prints.
Now,
if you're going to cover
what
a
I
wall,
say to this, I would hand this to Mariah and have her do her spraying technique on this, or put it down here on my gel plate and do my washout different places on it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now we still have lots of wonderful stuff that is yet to come up. Oh, I'm so excited.
So, starting off next week, so on the Monday, we're going to be doing like actual texture, and then the next day we're going to be doing like visual texture and mark making. We are going to be debuting some new stamps, I think, on that Tuesday. So March 26th, there will be new stamps that are going to be super fun, because it's going to really go well with the whole mark making plus texture business. This is a little teaser, another thing to watch for.
Okay, we're going to go with...
This is the Iris stencil. It's called Wildflower Iris, because I didn't want to completely rename it, because I had messed up. And Christy, she's so sweet. She didn't say anything to me about it, which is really nice. But then
we're going to do raw umber. This is Rhonda Donna's favorite color.
We learned that in the interview. Ooh, that's another thing that's coming up. So April 15th, we will be doing the interview with Carrie the Crafter. Yes, indeedy.
I'm putting some down in those corners because I want to pick up some of that stuff.
Yes, so yes, be gathering up your questions for Carrie. I just kind of go through the usual ones, and then whatever you guys put in the chat is extremely helpful. Now, one of the things about Carrie, because he does his coffee with Carrie, and he just did his one where he talked about, did you know he worked on cruise ships as a dancer?
I did, and I've even seen pictures of him having...
Well, no, I saw that. I knew that like he was a dancer, but I didn't realize that he had worked on cruise ships as a dancer. I think that's a little extra element of fun.
It says that in the picture of the dancer.
Oh, well.
Now, I'm kind of coming in and scrunching this around. I would like for some of my wrinkles, of course, you know, when you want them, they never happen.
When you want them.
When you want them. Kind of like children and performing.
Yes. Okay, wait. So, okay, good.
Now, this would be a good time that I would really like for some of that stuff to start coming off. That gold that's on there.
Are you talking to it? See if you whisper to your plate. Oh, she sure did get some of that little gold business in there.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Now, I've still got lots of stuff that's sticking around out there that, you know, this stuff there on the stencil that I want to come up, and I'm just, you know, I don't know exactly how to get it up, but we're just going to keep going here and going back and forth. Let's see, we haven't used any green gold. Let's use some green. Oh, I'm getting really low on that, but I'm pretty sure I've got another one of those somewhere.
Is it in some of the little bottles? No. I have a surprise coming for you soon. So we're not going to make any paint decisions until the surprise arrives. I know that sort of gives it away, but I just don't want you, you know, doing any of your internet,
any of my
internet
independent
shopping
paint purchases.
Yeah, saying I'm just not going to wait for Mariah, and just then we have things here that we don't need. Although we could always give it away. There's that.
I just try to make sure. Boy, I'm needing a new.
Oh yeah, we love Carrie. Yeah, Mo's so sweet. If you don't already watch Carrie, that's Carrie the Crafter. There's his channel link. I can't imagine. I mean, heck, most of y'all or half of y'all came here from him. Doing little dances and tapping helps.
Yes.
It's part of the...
I'm speaking to the...
It's part of the long haul.
The plate goddess here. Come on, sweetheart. Come through for me here. You can do it.
I wish I had that sort of power, Sophia.
What is it?
She says, LOL, Mariah revoking peace Amazon privileges.
I have my own Amazon
She
account.
does.
Thank you very much.
She's an adult person with her own Amazon account. Brad has talked about us it's like, well, we could save, you know, with the Prime thing. And he was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Yep.
Okay, now I'm kind of, what I'm doing is I'm kind of waiting and doing a little bit more, giving it a little bit more time.
Because there's a lot of stuff.
Grab on to.
Yeah.
Because I'm loving what this looks like here. It's not going to look like that when I pull it up. Okay.
No, but there's also a lot of buildup happening.
Warning.
There's still a lot of buildup happening down there. Now it looks mossy.
That. Isn't that wonderful? If you just, I don't know. I knew that this was going to be a wonderful stencil for this one.
Yeah.
But it has lived up to my expectations. You're still seeing a little bits of gold coming through there. Ah, love that. Love that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and go with, where is my...
Oh, what do you mean, Susan?
Iridescent bronze, fine. I think I've got some of that I need to
Oh,
use.
and Rhonda says it's fun to mix colors in one pass in long hauls, too. Mm-hmm.
You learn an awful lot about things here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need to...
Oh, hello, Betsy.
Use up this stuff because it's really expensive and...
Oh. Okay.
All right. I don't know how much is going to happen here with this. I'm going to add a little bit of color just for chuckles and grins. We're going to put a little nickel azo gold with this to give it a little bit more of an oomph rather than just the pearlized essence of, you know, shiny business.
Yeah.
Ah!
Where? It's on your neck, I think. And your shirt a little bit. Yep. Got you all over.
Oh my gosh, you turn them away from you when you snap
Shoot them
their
to the
lids
other
shut.
person that is in the room.
Oh. I don't think they'd make it that far.
No, I need to put a splash
Oh,
guard.
look at this daffodil yellow here.
Ooh. And it's shiny.
And it's shiny.
Oh, Joni found Carrie through us. See, there we go. Good. Some reciprocation. We're sending some people his way. That's good.
I've got this funny thing going on out here that I don't know what.
And Sherry, okay. Nice. Oh, Sophia says, pearlized essence of shiny business. New paint color in the art shop.
All right,
Hey,
now
if they
y'all saw how I got that.
Naming some paint. Here's how to make your own gold.
You know, kind of interesting gold. Not just straight out of the bottle.
Messing with the camera light gold.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny. Because when you lean over it and then, like, the reflective...
Oh, yay. Got good crunchy, good wrinkles. Good wrinkles. Good wrinkles.
Oh. I know, Robin. Oh, yes, and Miriam's building the most wonderful nerd. I popped in over there today. And she has 2 little end tables, the most beautiful little couch. I totally would have that couch. It's just, it's amazing. And then the cute little topper thing, and it's fab.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, we'll go through all of these. So,
And there is a link to Miriam's.
Don't get all bent out of shape that
looks
you
so
know
cool.
we're not.
We'll go through them at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's the, I mean, usually with the long haul, it does sort of get better and better. And then there comes a point, though, you do have to kind of call it. Now, I think, Christy, what's your record? I know there was, trying to remember. Who owns the record?
I'm thinking
It's been a
somebody
little
said
while.
43.
No, it was more than that, I think. Julie Parker.
How many?
I think hers, because it was like, I wouldn't say close to 60. It may have even been over. Yeah, so Christy Harmon, she got up to 35. I think P's gotten up to like close to 30-ish.
Yeah, I think I had 32 once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, Julie Parker had like 70. And then I think people stopped trying to...
Yeah, they just gave up. They thought, okay.
Especially like us, there's only so much, you know, in the live stream. Now, if P was doing it all day long, yeah, she could probably easily do that, but we like to keep our stuff, you know, on camera. Right, P?
Yeah.
When she came down and showed me the crochet, you know, wrap thing, I said, you videoed that, right? I said, yeah.
I laughed hysterically.
Yeah. Eddie says hers was 70. See, this is like fish stories. It may have been. I don't know, but now it is.
Size matters. Yes.
I hope Julie watches this one back. She'll be really excited to hear that we were talking about it. Hey, she photographed them.
Now see, it's still picking up the shiny,
shiny
bits.
Yep, and a little bit of the brown business.
And a little bit of the brown business coming through.
Maybe a little of that green
that
gold.
really is pretty. I
Bye, Gerald. Thanks for hanging.
That. Bye, Gerald. You know, check back with us. See what it looks like. Of course, you won't see what it looks like until I get to...
Probably on Sunday we'll pull the print.
Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to try here is I'm going to try my iridescent bronze fine in the fluid acrylic with the burnt sienna, which is fairly opaque.
Hey, and these Blick acrylics aren't too shabby, and they tend to be on sale. I don't know if it's that they're getting rid of them, or I don't know what the deal is, but if you're looking for a fairly good deal on the fluid acrylic paints, and you will kind of want to try it out and not, you know, spend a ton, checking out the clearance over at Blick is a good place to do it. Now, the only thing that's kind of bummer there is that I always feel obligated to meet the free shipping, which is sort of counterproductive to the whole saving money thing. But,
hey,
you know,
my rationale is I'd rather pay for
I want product versus shipping.
Yeah. You got something to show for it.
Uh-huh.
All right, I am facing this away. No, of course it didn't do it that time.
Oh, yes, Mo. Good call. And it was funny because I was watching back the stream because I was trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to investigate where some of the things that we've been looking for are. So sometimes I just go and I watch the streams to figure that out. Anyway, a little side note. But I was watching when Josh was on, and this stencil was debuted that day. And he was saying something about it being some kind of like alien something or other from like some video game. And then Mo just said that this is not just an iris stencil. It can be used for so many different ways.
Yes.
Seeing it
I'm
sideways.
seeing grassy business going on a lot.
And Susan Bill, you said she bought some of the acrylics. Yeah, they're not too shabby. Oh, fishtails. Oh, yes, Miriam. Yes. Landscape, possibly. Oh,
Yes, when you look at this like that, yeah. I think any of these stencils, if you're really looking at them and you're trying to decide, okay, now let me see, what can this be besides what it's just supposed to be?
Yeah.
And when you're purchasing stencils, I think that's a good rule of thumb, too. You're going to say, okay, how am I going to use this?
Right.
How is this going to be? Well, this wasn't too terribly interesting, but we got down some good stuff.
It'll do its interesting thing here in a minute.
It will be. I'm going to whip some blue on here right away. And I'm going to give it a hell of a shake. I'm not going to use that one. I take that back. We have not used any turquoise at all.
Oh, yes, and this is good. Yeah, because you've really been kind of stuck in the reddy, browny, yellow business.
I just need somebody to, you know.
We do have some of the Liquitex soft body acrylics. They dry quick. Now, it could be that the ones that we have are all blue. And something that we've noticed even across brands is that the blue tends to dry quicker. It's something to do with pigment. That's our suspicion. Don't quote us on that.
Yeah.
Ooh, the stencil upside down could be Flower Fairy. Oh, I hope somebody does that. Hi, just me. I am feeling a little bit better. I still have stuff going on. And I slept okay last night. It's really weird. It's just kind of coming and going. And then the sinus stuff is kind of messing with, like, makes my teeth hurt. That makes sense. Makes my teeth more sensitive.
Huh.
But, you know, that was something that the dentist noticed anyway, that I have kind of that, I'm sensitive, like my baby. Or my baby's sensitive like me. Ooh, very nice. That's a winner.
That is really, really wonderful. Now is the time to come in with white.
Oh. Oh, it's a blurper. happens when you shake them.
It does, but if you don't shake it up, all the good stuff ends up down in the
balls in it.
Okay, now I'm taking this away because look at this. Look at this one side here.
Oh.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Also looks like there's a lot of layers on there.
Oh, look what's happening here with the white.
Dendritic.
Dendritic.
I learned that from Darcy. She did a bunch of videos, well, not a bunch, but I think there was like 3 or 4 in this whole series of trying to figure out how to recreate that. And I want to say that she sort of mixed in, did you mix in alcohol inks? I think she did.
Darcy did?
Mm-hmm. Darcy, if you know the link to those videos, because this is some pretty cool stuff that she did with all that. And that was, I think, something for, she mixed everything, yeah. There was a lot of different, that's why there was multiple videos, I believe. It was kind of a, you know, does this work versus this, does this work? Okay. And there's Darcy's channel, so yeah. Ooh. That one's very pretty.
Now, as long as we're going with our...
They're in the Makers Creative Club playlist. There you go.
Purple. Eddie, I was telling Mariah about your video, and I think I even made a comment that I really liked how you just went after it like killing snakes. There wasn't any lollygagging on your video that I watched.
I was gonna say, stop burring that. You're making some muddy poop there. I like the purple.
You just shush it.
Shush it. The video that she is referring to was, I think, 3 videos back, because it was,
he used barbells.
Barbells. It might have even been maybe 4 videos back, but Eddie, if you know the link, drop it.
And I mean, he showed so many, and you know one of the techniques.
Oh, it was the altering of, so it was like
altering old
prints.
Prints. And
I knew my brain
giving
was
them
gonna
new life.
Yes. It was a really good video. Like, I mean, and he moved along. Like, it's good timing.
And you had them all lined up, which I really appreciate that. Because I sit over here and I'm like fumbling around and trying to find something that I know I want. But man, you were on it. I admire that.
Give your old prints new life.
There you go.
That was a good name.
If you all haven't seen that, you need to get your booty over there and watch it. Because it is a masterful video, not only in its content, but in its delivery.
I praised there, Eddie.
Yeah, you kept me engaged for the whole video. That's quite... I never watch a whole video. Now look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
We're going to find some meds for her.
Some what?
Some meds.
Meds?
Help you, you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're legal in Texas.
He's blushing. And Mo says, love the color of the stencil right now. I know, it's sort of like just, it has a, or had a, now it's going purple. Monet. Water lilies.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be, yeah. Monet. Monet did the
ladies.
Mm-hmm. Without clothes on, but the one with the choker on always just cracks me up.
Just like,
I mean, you know,
nothing
okay, we're
on,
gonna strip off all their clothes, but I'm leaving this whole thing on because I think it looks really good.
I like this.
I like this.
I'm not taking this off.
Screw you, Henri.
Yeah. Henri. You think you know things.
I'm leaving the choker on.
I'm leaving this joker on. You paint it in.
Paint it in. Don't you leave that out.
I don't know why that tickles me so much, but it does. We need
I think it was Edouard Manet and Henri Matisse.
Henry.
And, yeah.
Henry.
All right, now, here we go. I love this process. It's so exciting. Because you never know what's going to stick and what's going to...
Yeah, it's very... Ooh. Ah. Hank. Eddie says Hank. Betty says blues, greens, and purples. That's her jam. You go, P.
All right. I think we just about got it covered here. I don't know what color I haven't used quite yet. I really like that gold. I'm going to put some more of that on there. I forgot I had this. It was kind of hidden back behind. And I've got this in the heavy body. But Mariah bought me this.
Did I buy you that?
You did.
Sometimes I'm nice to you.
Sometimes you are.
Y'all know we just keep her locked up most of the time.
Keeps me off the street. I haven't worked out
She doesn't want to leave.
my grandchildren when we're going to go to the Plano. I need to be talking to them because, you know, they think they're off the hook on that.
Yeah, they got you excited.
Yeah. By golly, I may forget lots of things. Like, you know, where I put things. And
It is the one that turns turquoise and stuff. It's the iridescent bronze.
Iridescent bronze fine.
Yeah.
It is fine.
Yes, it is fine. It's got a fine little price to it,
now,
too. But...
what I'm going to do before I put this down here is I'm going to crinkle my paper just a little bit because I really want some golden cracks to...
Extra crackle. She's going to force the crackle.
I'm forcing the crackle. I don't know that this is the thing to do, but, you know, you don't know till you...
Require moving the table. One of these days, what I'd really love here, I want some kind of pole thing that comes out of the ceiling. And then that way, it's not next to any table or anything like that. Because the jiggling of the camera makes me a little angry. I have issue with it. Now, if you just want to show off, iridescent bronze is always a surefire way to just show off.
Look at that. Isn't that fabuloso?
And then I knew that as I was saying that I was like, okay, how is everybody going to perceive this conversation regarding a pole?
Let's do a different blue. Let's do a quinone. Anthraquinone. Look at that. Stupid washi tape. It's even annoying when it's... Okay. Shake, 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 shake. This is anthraquinone blue in fluid acrylic. It tends towards ever so slightly towards the purple blue rather than the other blue.
I know, and I'm kind of tempted. Like, I would really like to try out some of those so flats. Number one, I'm just curious, like, how they would do on camera, because they're not supposed to be reflective.
What are you talking about?
So Golden has a line of paints that are called so flats. I've shown them to you before. And I would just be curious. And I think they even did a Titan pale green, which is...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you know I'd be down with that.
Yeah, but I mean, you had a tube of, like, the regular. Well, actually, you have some of the open, and then she has the regular heavy body. But I would be interested to see how they would work on camera versus the shininess of, yeah. Oh, they're very liquidy. Well, she would love that.
Yeah, I like my paints juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, that's not entirely true. Sometimes you just have to have a heavy body. But for the most part, if I had to choose and I couldn't have one or the other,
You would go with the
I
fluids?
would go with the fluid acrylic. Not necessarily the high flow, but the fluid. Now I'm giving this a little time, but the anthraquinone dries rather rapidly. So I'm hoping to be able to pull up some of that yumminess that's on there.
Yeah. Very good question, Susan. And in fact, I'm happy that you asked it. And I hope that any opportunity you guys would, you know, kind of spread this information, which is that once the paint dries onto the stencil, do not pick it and pull it. It will pull away the layers of Yupo. What you want to do is soak it, either in like Murphy's or in the what is it, the advanced Dawn power
that
wash
comes
stuff.
in the squirty
Yeah,
bottle.
and leave it for, you know, a day or so or a month like this one does. And then you can usually just wash it away.
And
Do not pick it off,
what I do,
even though that's tempting.
even if I do, and I want it to be really clean, I can put it down on an acetate, a piece of acetate that I have in the bathroom, old piece, and it's cracked, or I'd use it for gel place. And that's what I put it on, and I scrub with the nail brush,
Yeah.
lightly. The other thing that I do is I wipe that up with a paper towel, and well, number one, it's not a good idea to put that stuff down the sink. But number two, you're being nice to, you know, the environment.
Yeah. And your plumbing.
And your plumbing.
Your environment and the plumbing.
Yeah, okay.
A great video by, now, one of the things that she misspoke about was Yupo, because she didn't know that, like, the 74-pound Yupo that we use is 100% polypropylene. Some people just aren't used to to it.
Oh my gosh, did you see that big bubble?
I did.
Look at that. Ooh!
Good golly. I
Look at
lost
that
my
bubble.
train of thought.
Okay, that's ready for a washout, but I've got to find my other green. I'm awfully fond of that green. I guess y'all have kind of figured that out by now.
Right.
Now you notice the anthraquinone dried up. I'm not getting streaks of it out there, whereas with a lot of the other colors there's residual, and you do get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping there's enough gummy goo.
Gummy goo.
Gummy goo. I'm just kind of pushing it so I get a few little lines going across there.
Mm-hmm. I know. I wish Jerry's had a affiliate program. I mean, I think they do, but like it's, I don't know. Some of them are easier to sign up for than others.
I'm giving this some extra pushes here because I think that I can start getting more of the stuff on the stencil to start picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody, you know, I came upon this whole thing just by being lazy and not wanting to change my stencil out and trying different color combinations and different paints to find out what worked.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's just so amazing to me that, isn't that wonderful? Getting a lot of good stuff to do the packets with, Mariah. We didn't get to those. I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
But I promise I will this afternoon.
Yeah, I don't. And we got 10 minutes. What would be awesome is I want you to kind of fan those out next to you, and I can even hold up some too if you want me to. Or we can just shoot the picture afterwards, or get, I don't know, people are entertained by watching you set up for the pictures. Oh, Jackie Bernardi did an awesome how to clean your art tools. Now, one of the things she did in that video that, she, like I said, she talked about the Yupo. And then I wrote her back and I said, hey, you know, Yupo is 100% polypropylene. It is plastic. It will hold up just as well as any of the other stencil material. Even though they call it Yupo paper, it is not paper in the traditional sense.
I mean, look at, isn't that just gorgeous? Look at those little glimmers of the gold in there. It's not overpowering. It's just hints of gold.
She loves that green.
I love that green.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love it. And there's such good stuff on the stencil. I really want to try to get it off.
You better put something down on it that's really gonna
yank it up.
Yeah, you got 9 minutes.
I can do it, Mariah. I can do it. I'm going to do another blue. I don't have turquoise yet. Let's do a turquoise in the high flow. Now, this is opaque. Well, fairly opaque.
Oh, Eddie's yelling out nickel azel gold, but
too late, Eddie.
Too late. Well, that was probably my fault. You know.
I mean,
oh, she's wonderful. I've spoken with her, Susan.
Who is this?
Jackie Bernardi. I think I'm saying her last name right.
I don't know her.
I've actually spoken with her.
Mariah talks to people.
I do.
I want to. Kinda. Sorta.
She wants to want to.
I want to want to. It's kind of like goats, you know? I just want to know ahead of time what we're going to talk about and if it's going to be something that I'm interested in. Because I know I'm a snob when it comes to...
Has she put out a video? She didn't send me a link, I swear. If she put out a video, I'm going to... Or she may be doing a new video. I don't know. She talked about us in one of her live streams. Oh, has she mentioned us numerous times? Okay. See, y'all gotta let me know.
Hey, y'all, get over there and talk to that Fletcher woman.
Oh, she wants to talk to Fletcher. What was it? Louise.
Louise Fletcher. I wrote down the title of her video, but...
Oh, Mo found it. Mo knew, like, when you mentioned her earlier. So she'll probably drop it in again. Mo was on it. Jackie Bernardi's? I think it's just Jackie Bernardi.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. Okay.
That looks like...
We're going forward.
Oxidized copper.
Yeah.
Yes, just Jackie Bernardi. Okay, yeah.
I've got to hurry because I've got residual out here and I can get some good stuff going on. See the green? Yeah.
Minty.
Minty.
It's getting minty. Oh, there's lots of fans of Louise Fletcher in here. So, and there's Jackie's channel. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, there's both Louise's and Jackie's channels. And y'all know the deal. Let them know we sent you over.
Yeah, just mention it.
Because we like to know that. Just channel people that own channels, we like to know where you're coming from and if people are talking about us. Good or bad.
Well, I don't want to hear anything.
Oh, I do. I need to know.
I don't need to know. Just I'm a rose-colored glasses kind of person.
That's true. She likes to just live in her little
just
bubble.
shut the hell up if you don't have something nice to say.
Yes, those are words to live by.
Yeah, y'all need a shirt.
Y'all need a shirt to remember that. She needs one. Ooh, Not a lot of the outliney business, but there's still some good things happening there.
Still some good things happening here.
Uh-huh.
And where is my black? What?
Oh, Eddie, I was telling P about that. I don't know if you want me to talk about that. Just let me know, yay or nay. But I don't. We're not going to get into that. Okay, but she was very entertained by that comment that you. Yeah. That was a lot of paint.
It was.
There was a couple times on Eddie's last couple videos, he was kind of like, I think he even said, oh, it's been a little bit or something like that. Like, because he put out a bunch of paint and it was like, he knew that was a lot of paint.
That's a lot of paint.
It was a lot of paint. And one of the other ways that you can tell is like how many sheets are going to take off the thing before you put more paint on.
There's just all kinds of ways to be, you know.
I'm just letting people know. They need to know because you aren't telling them. So it's like, hey, you can get that off of there.
You can.
That was a lot of paint.
That was a lot of paint. I wanted to make sure it got down into the crevasses.
She's really trying to get that wowie last one before she pulls the stencil up because she's got 4 minutes. So we may not see what the pull color is. But perhaps put the pull color on at the very beginning of Sunday's stream.
What do you mean?
Because you've got to let it dry anyway.
Oh.
You can't be putting down a pull color during this stream.
True.
So if you could wait until Sunday, that would be super duper. Yeah. Good golly. It's like, this is just, it just keeps soaking up the paint. It's not letting it go.
It is not letting go, but that's a really nice green.
I mean, this thing has gotten thick.
Okay, I'm going to go with what Eddie said. I'm going to try something.
Yeah. See, even Rhoda's like, that stencil is going to be so thick. Ooh, you didn't shake that. It
I did.
Gerbled blurbled. Oh, this is a washout. I think this is kind of a cheat thing, but that's all right. Oh, you know the fan's on. Maybe that's why it's...
I don't know, but I want to see what this is going to do. See if it's going to pick up on the sticky.
Eddie goes, Fran would love this color. Yes.
Swamp green.
Swamp green. Kind of like a weird sumie from the backside here. Oh, there you go. Now she's loosening it up. That's thick and wet.
And very, very wet. Very, very wet.
Well, are we sticking around? Because we're...
One more.
Okay. Yeah. She's going to try to get it to come up. Because it is like the humdinger of, like, this is when, like, that's the end of the long haul.
Blood.
Is when you start seeing the stencil again.
You start pulling off the paint from the stencil. And, you know, it just isn't happening today. I don't...
Well, the fan's on, and I'm wondering if it's causing it to just dry up quick enough on there.
I don't know. I do not know this.
And then Eddie's singing, "There's murder on the gel plate." Okay. That one's soppy. Ooh. That's just not coming up today.
It is not wanting to.
It starts to
y'all,
crack at the edge.
The reason I can't stop is because this will dry on there and I will never get it
And
off.
I'm actually going to. All right, guys. What we're going to do here, she's going to continue on. I will snap the, so you guys will just have to come back to see the thumbnail and what was decided on that whole thing. But yeah, she's going to keep at it, which I guess maybe she might end up with a record. Who knows? And then we'll put down the pull color and everything on Sunday. So we'll see you then. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging. Come back. Leave those comments. Do all that YouTube-y business. You know, thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Share it with your friends. Tell people about it. Tell them that we're going to be mastering something next week. Sort of. About as much as we do. Bye, guys.
Loosely applied word.
Loosely applied word.
It's
just more because it was fun to say.
One of those M words we needed. We didn't think of mayhem until later.
Yeah, Devin did.